I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Naori.
Live for me.
No. Naori. No!
Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Naori. Shion. Damn it.
Double Demon Fang! Strike! Double Demon Fang! Crush! Dragon Swarm! You're mine! It's over! Double Demon Fang! Crush! Dragon Swarm! You're mine! Here I try harder! My turn! Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Eternal Devastation! It's over! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Eternal Devastation! Here I come! I'm not done! Eternal Devastation! This one's all mine! Eat dirt! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Crush! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Crush! Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm! Strike! It's over! Here I come! Crush! Dragon Swarm! Strike! Double Demon Fang! Fang! It's over! Double Demon Fang!
Alvin?
Frinwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Frinwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
You sense one of your pals, Poodle? Speaking... The whole town was built by Danon defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. Hmm? You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danons like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Shion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people. If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come!
This one!
We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-zoogle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Denied!
Feel!
Whirlwind
If it
turbo
happens,
station!
just back it out
Double
again!
demon fang!
Switch
Turbo
your
station!
blah, 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 there.
I'm not
Feel.
try harder! My turn!
I can carve through armor.
Photon
Double
blast!
demon fang!
More than that
Here I
can't
go! Double demon fang!
Here goes!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Level it.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
Take this! Double demon fang!
Feel it, superior!
They're all pain.
You picked the wrong fight!
Maelstrom!
Take this.
I could do without this pain!
Do it.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
All disasters
My
in
turn.
one.
How about this?
Feel it,
Soaring
superior!
light spear! Mirage! Double demon fang!
Maelstrom!
Take this! Eternal devastation! Double demon fang!
Light and not on my watch!
Double demon fang!
Here
It's
goes!
on!
Go get him! Light astral energy!
You picked the wrong
Raging
fight!
cascades!
You're mine!
Sleep now! More for the sky!
Double
Now.
demon fang!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Not a
The
chance!
waters of creep blah blah magic!
You require a hand.
Tidal wave!
Denied!
Don't suffer in silence.
Do it. Jolene. Hey. Blow them away.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, this limb kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron, and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Danan's fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Shion?
Of course not. Shion's our friend. Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Shion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara. there's someone in trouble here.
Okay.
Why?
Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex. Predator of these waters? Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight. It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Is that the Zoogle we're looking for?
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. I can carve through armor.
Double Demon Fang!
In a vine.
Are those arms even that long?
Double Demon Fang! It's time! You picked the wrong fight!
This won't
Double
make a
Demon
break!
Fang!
Waterfall!
Not a chance! Mirage!
Blaster! Dance in the wind!
Take this! Double Demon Fang!
Where that came from?
You're mine! It's over! It's time!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but maybe now's not the best time.
It's on! Take this!
Not in your dreams!
Double team! Take this! It's turned up to...
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover!
Regeneration! Double demon fang! You're finished!
I'll
being
stop
interrupted.
its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
A new melody! Eat dirt!
More for the stockpile!
Double demon fang!
Benediction.
Eternal devastation!
Demons descend!
Flashing fang! Radiant light! You're mine!
Regeneration!
Can't end here!
Forgive me. This is my fault. Another incantation ruined.
Stalagmite! On your knees! There!
Purge
Air
malevolence!
pressure!
Arctic
Double demon
waterfall!
fang!
Sleep now! More for the
Double
stockpile!
demon fang! Rending you apart!
Air thrust! Do
You're
not
mine!
handle! Photon blast!
Take this!
Raging cascade!
Try harder! Now! Double demon fang! Eternal devastation!
The waters of creation magic is not in your dreams!
I owe you one! Take this!
Benediction light.
Double demon fang!
Heal. Can't get out of this.
Crush! Double demon fang!
Blow away.
I'm ready!
Wind astral intercore with that came
Shine.
It's on!
Light.
Denied!
I'm on!
Benediction
Take it!
light.
Double demon
Wind
fang!
astral energy!
ready!
We can really make weapons with this?
Ho, 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 ho.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Out of my way!
Double demon eat dirt!
Here goes!
Crush!
Take that!
Anything in order is all
all
mine!
They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious!
Double demon fang!
Photon raging cascade!
Try harder!
Fresh! Malevolent! Blah 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 magic!
Double demon fang!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the
Eternal
wind!
devastation! My
Seal.
turn! Double demon fang!
More for the stockpile! Raging cascade!
Eternal devastation! Dragon swarm!
You require a hand.
Do it! Surely! In an instant! Impact block! It's on!
Hit!
Double demon fang! You picked the wrong
I
fight!
can handle it!
Confiscated!
Eat this!
Eternal
I'm gone!
devastation!
Photon blast!
I'm gone!
Double demon fang! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Dance in the
Not
wind!
a chance!
Crescent moon!
Lunar
Air
rondo!
thrust! Light
Mirage!
astral energy!
It's on!
Can't get out of
Magic
this.
bam!
Double
Now.
demon! Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade.
Does anyone else think that this may be just a bit too tough for us?
break through! Here I come! You picked the wrong fight!
Hit!
Regenerate! Carve through armor!
Raging
Double
cascade!
Demon Fang!
I'm on it!
Dragon Swarm!
Denied!
In here!
Double Demon!
More
Eternal Devastation! It's over! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn! Lunar Rondo!
Shield!
Mirage!
I'll be
Double Dust!
Resonate
This
with
one's
you!
all mine!
The lower that came from!
You picked the wrong fight!
Force of regeneration!
Here I come!
Waterfall!
Double Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Double Demon Fang! Eternal Devastation!
Here goes!
Double Demon Fang! Small! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
With this, I can become even stronger!
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys... checked your equipment lately?
Did we really just spend that much? Money?
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
No choice. Take this!
In the wind!
Try harder! My turn!
Feel.
Double Demon Fang!
I'll be
Eternal Devacation!
Get out of this!
Leave the charges to me!
I shall steal you where you stand.
Double Demon Fang!
Now you see what I can do!
Crush!
Air pressure!
Double Pit! Eat dirt! Do it! Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! Shine! No!
Come forth and heal its impurity!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Double Demon Fang! You're mine!
You apart. Bloody hell!
Double Demon Fang!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Bang!
I'm ready for the next battle.
Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch? Discourteous, aren't you?
Double Demon Fang! Try harder! Not a chance!
Sleep now. I'll be saving this
Double
one.
Demon Fang!
I'll be saving this one.
Double
Can't
Demon
get out of
Fang!
this!
Maelstrom!
I'm on it! Forgive me. This is my fault.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Astral energy!
Bloody howling! Resonate with the earth!
Double Demon Fang! Here I come!
I'm ready!
Kitara frozen!
Hammer!
Not a chance!
Here goes!
Double Demon Fang! Crush! Strike!
Not on my watch!
Double Demon Fang! Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
So that didn't go as planned.
We must consider well if this is the right path.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret... Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion wait.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah! What are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it.
Is it just me? Or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though, not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
Let's see what you've got.
Double Demon Fang! It's on! Eat dirt!
On your in the wind!
Double Demon Fang!
It's a duel of the arts!
Devastation!
Ready and banana!
Double Demon Fang!
Raging cascade!
I'm not done! Eternal Devastation!
Magic is there!
Rending you apart!
Sweet now!
Double Demon Fang!
Get on in there with the
You're
others!
mine!
An
astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Denied! Come forth and feel the security!
Bloody Double Demon Fang!
Maelstrom!
Dragon Swarm! Now! Take this! You're on!
with the
Dragon Swarm! You're mine! I'm not done! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Please start!
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight!
Rending you apart.
Here I come!
Bloody
Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again! Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
Let's see what you've got.
Take this!
Can't get out of this!
Not in your dreams!
Double Demon Fang!
Take it! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate! Leave the charges for Stay calm. I shall provide assistance. No art is being interrupted.
In here!
Double Demon Fang!
I'll be saving this one!
Can't move! Forgive. This is my fault. Benediction light. Heal! My reach is even in your face. Begin! Elusive deity! Can you take it? Not so fast! I see you! In your face! Can you take it? Take this! Who does it? Not so fast! Can you
We're
take
in the
it?
home stretch, guys!
What she said?
In here!
Eyes on the prize.
Light.
That
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Ready!
Take this!
Now you see what I can
Ready
do!
to go!
Can't get out of this!
Not in your dreams!
I'll face you!
Now!
More!
Hey!
Blow them away! Begin! You're mine!
Raging
Not so
storm!
fast!
Far enough! Light astral purge malevolence!
Does it hurt?
Arcane waterfall!
Elusive deity!
Sleep now.
Tornado drive!
I'll be saving
Elusive
this one!
deity.
The water
Tornado
will
drive.
blah blah magic! Sealed! Get
I'll
on in
face
there
it.
together!
You're mine!
Water astral energy!
Not my fight.
I couldn't make it in time.
Dance
Begin!
in the wind!
No further.
Sealed! Failure's not an option! Raging cascade! Spread! All right, Mom. Dad.
Pathetic.
Demon Fang!
Resonate with the art!
I'll take you all on!
No odds of being interrupted.
All
Defectors may
Eat
one!
dirt!
Come forth and heal in security!
Here I come! I'm not done! Double Demon Fang!
I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off.
Leave the enemy's arts to me!
No place here!
Eternal Devastation!
In a vine?
Dragon Swarm!
Now!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara! Resonate with the art! Stalagmite!
I'm not done! Double Demon Fang!
Rending you apart! Bloody howling!
Dragon Swarm!
Sealed! Let's get
It's
you all
on!
away!
Dragon Swarm!
Rending you
You're
apart!
finished!
Bloody howling! Resonate with the art! Who got the advantage?
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Raw's on it!
In here!
Eternal Devastation!
Rending you apart! Bloody howling!
Eternal Devastation!
Stalagmite!
Raging Cascade!
Resonate with the earth!
Eternal Devastation!
On your take this!
It's over!
Air pressure!
Waterfall! Sleep now.
Dragon Swarm!
I'll be saving this one.
There's always room for improvement. It's on!
Here I come!
Confiscated!
Rending you apart!
Dragon Swarm!
Let that shell hide something taste!
Hold on to
In a
your
vine?
Here I come!
Back in their defenses!
Glad you have your uses.
Eat dirt!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Eternal Devastation!
you all tucked
Double
away.
Demon Fang!
Blah, 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 magic!
I'll smash you!
In here!
Double Demon
You
Fang!
all tucked away.
Elusive
Dragon
being!
Swarm!
I'm ready!
Kisara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Now!
Celestial Runner!
You're on!
Rending
Try
you
harder!
apart.
My turn!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that.
Crush!
Blah, blah, blah,
Dragon
magic!
Swarm!
Right
Take
away!
this! Strike! Double Demon Fang! Crush!
No odds of being
Now!
interrupted.
Kisara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Now!
Arcane
Luna Rondo!
Heal.
You're on! Take this! You're finished!
Air thrust!
Take this! Double Demon Fang! This one's all mine!
On your
Double
knees.
Demon
Now.
Fang!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
Hi, Hoodle!
It's time!
Double Demon Fang!
Heart Seal!
You're mine!
You dare strike me from behind?
Crush! Double Demon!
Be careful, everyone.
This one isn't normal!
I can do this all day!
Take this! Double Demon Fang! Eternal Devastation!
Sleep now!
Armor won't save you!
More than
Crush!
enough!
I'm on it! Take this! You're
All right,
finished!
it's showtime!
Double Demon Fang!
Can't get out of this!
Waterfall! Now!
In an instant! Impact Claw!
We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
You're on! Take this! It's over!
You made quick work of it!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out!
I'm not done!
In here!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! I've still got a ways to go!
I'm like bait to them!
They're all coming after me!
I'm coming, Rinwell!
I'm not scared! I'm totally fine! Now, confiscate!
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Sword! Take this! You're finished!
Alright!
Double Demon Fang!
Arch Steel!
You're mine! Eat dirt!
Freeze Lancer! Don't mind if I do!
Here I come! Eternal Devastation! Double Demon Fang!
Come forward and heal it!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
No, you can't!
Showtime! Rending you apart! Bloody
Dragon Sword!
Now you see what I can do!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Steel Force!
Bloody
Double Demon Fang!
My astral energy!
can't get out of this!
This one's
Dance
all
in the
mine!
wind!
Let's
Let's get you on!
You picked the wrong fight! Double Demon Fang!
One at a time!
You're
Bring the
mine!
home stretch, guys!
Radiant
What you
Blade!
said,
Eyes on the prize!
That focus goes double for you, Law.
Me? How come I get singled out? Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thanking, the sooner you can start helping.
I mean, yes, sir.
Double Demon Fang!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Double Demon Fang!
Waterfall! Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind!
Dragon Sword!
Bloody howling! We can really make weapons with this?
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feeling.
Hi, Hoodle!
Double Demon Fang!
Smash you!
Is it
Eat
time?
dirt!
Just back it out again!
Eternal
Raging,
Devastation!
hold on to your
Double
heart!
Demon Fang!
Here I come!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest! Double Demon Fang!
This'll come
Double
in handy!
Demon Fang!
Let's a nice
Here I come!
taste my your flight time.
Double Demon Fang!
Take this!
Please start!
Eternal Devastation!
Hey, one at a time!
Double Demon Fang!
First Malevolent! Rock, rock, loud, magic! Not in your dreams!
Crush! Double Demon Fang!
Armor won't save you!
It's over!
Light astral energy!
I'm
ready! They look like you!
Demons descend! Flashing fang! Easy!
Way to go!
Double Demon Fang! Eat dirt! Here I come! Dragon Sword!
Blow them away!
A victory for the ages. Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Here I come!
Take that! Bullseye! Raging Cascade! Far enough!
Try harder! Not a chance!
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good
Leave
side.
the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And the pummel
Try
to me!
harder! My turn!
Here goes!
Double Demon Fang!
Come and face me!
Go!
In a vine,
Double Demon Fang!
look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Dragon Sword! Eat dirt!
Regeneration!
Light astral
Double Demon
energy!
Fang!
Dig!
Do it!
Done to
Now! Dragon Sword!
First Malevolent!
Now!
Resonate with the earth!
Dragon Sword!
This'll come in handy!
Dragon Sword!
Rending you apart! Bloody
Double Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind! And here!
Take this!
Resonate with
I'm ready!
strength!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Wow, Look what I just found.
Little help!
You're mine! Double demon fang!
Ready to go!
No escape! Crush!
Sleep now.
I'm surrounded! Swarm!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Double demon fang! Strike!
Rending you! Clear!
Resonate with the earth! Dragon Dawn!
Magic is there!
Double demon fang! Strike! Eternal devastation!
Might with black and gray.
You're mine! It's over! Dragon swarm!
Execution.
Sleep now. Let's get you all tucked away.
Double demon fang! Dragon swarm!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
We're in the home stretch, guys.
What she said? Eyes on the prize.
That focus goes double for you, Raw.
Me? How come I get singled out?
No escape! It's over!
Bloody howling.
Double demon fang! Strike!
Arcane waterfall!
Shine. Radiant
In here.
light. Force of
Double
regeneration.
demon fang!
Regenerate.
Dance
I owe
in
you
the
one.
wind! Air thrust!
I'm not done! Our weapons are the sword and...
Fists and...
Staff.
And you ruined it.
Coming through.
Take this!
Hey, when did I get out of this?
Double demon fang!
I can carve through armor.
Try harder! Not here! You picked the wrong fight!
Confiscated!
You're mine!
I'm ready.
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade. See that?
That training's paying off! You're on! Take this!
Deny! In the wind!
Double demon
Air thrust!
Take this! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Eternal devastation!
Astral blazing cascade!
Here I come! Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade. Benediction light.
You're mine! I owe you one! Double demon fang! Try harder! My turn!
Resonate
You're
with the
done!
earth. Now I see what I can do.
No escape!
We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause broad armor.
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade.
Now! Take this!
They smite with
Sweet
dragon blade.
Eternal devastation!
Shield!
Double demon fang!
This'll come in
Take
handy.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
We got some good equipment.
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
This looks nice and tough.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Gotta break through! Double demon fang! Eternal devastation!
In a bind.
Air thrust!
Double demon fang!
No arts are being interrupted.
Come one, come all!
I'll smash you.
Crush!
Freeze
Dragon
Lancer!
Swarm!
Dance
This
in the
one's all
wind!
mine!
Air thrust!
Double Demon Fang!
Photon flip!
with the earth! Here I come!
Water
Double
Astral!
Demon Fang! We did it! Not a chance!
Photon flip!
Ah! Take this!
All
Double
disasters
Demon Fang!
Come forth and villains of fury!
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight!
Maelstrom!
I owe you one! Dragon Swarm! Crush!
Photon flip!
Double
Now!
Demon Swarm! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? That training's paying off!
Leap mode!
Crush!
Let's get you all
Double
away!
Demon Fang! Try harder!
A banana! Let's go!
Here I come! Take with the earth! Double Demon Fang!
Hard malevolent! Magic
Dragon
is
Do
yours!
it! Hey! Blow them away!
With this, I can become even stronger!
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown. Now.
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath while that thing seizes a talking meal.
Then let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us? You're mine! No further!
Flashing parts are weak
Fang!
points.
Eternal devastation! This isn't looking good!
Radiant light.
I can bar through one! Eat dirt!
In here! Don't mind if I do!
Eat this! Okay, here I go!
Is that a healing art? It
How's
is.
your feel?
I can't ignore the pain. I'll try to be more careful.
I'm not done!
On stage waterfall! Hurricane! Freeze Lancer!
Here I come! Try harder!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack.
Such tremendous... power.
Don't face it head on.
This will
Take
be
this!
handy!
Double Demon Fang!
Photon flip! A banana! Let's go!
Take this!
Air thrust!
Bloody howling!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
You're mine!
And dance in the wind!
Try harder!
You up.
Photon flip!
Double Demon Fang! It's wide open!
It
Dragon
won't
Swarm!
escape me.
Sword!
Captain Roll!
In a bind?
Double Demon Fang!
Flight!
Armor won't save you.
Double
Celestial
Demon
Ladder!
Fang!
Not in your dreams!
Powered hurricane! Crush!
Can you
The
take
dragon
it?
swarm!
Gale Force!
First strike! Eat this! Here I come! You picked the wrong fight!
I'll finish you here and now!
Eat double demon fang!
Talon Storm!
You're mine!
Curse Malevolence! Arcane Waterfall! Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Air Thrust!
All good things come to an end.
Dance in the wind! Air Thrust! Photon Blast!
Double demon fang!
Go get him! Dance in the wind! Air
Here I
Thrust!
come!
Photon
Double
Blast!
demon fang!
Sleep now! I'll be saving this
No,
one!
you can't! Double demon fang!
Photon Blast!
Take this! It's over!
Alright, it's showtime! In here! Arctic
Double
Storm
demon
coming
fang!
through!
Rending you apart!
Talon
Hit
Storm!
one!
My watch!
No escape!
Bloody howling!
It's getting stronger!
You picked the wrong fight! Switching up its movements! Watch out! Double
Watch
demon
yourself.
fang!
I sense incredible power.
Try harder!
Spread! Dance in the wind!
Double
Air
demon
Thrust!
fang!
Light Astral Energy! Here goes!
Double demon fang!
Curse Malevolence!
It's over!
Reflect on thy
You're mine!
They
smite with flaming blade!
Sweet God! This'll come in handy!
Execution! Resonate with the earth!
Alright, it's
Here I come!
showtime! Sleep now! This'll come in handy! Curse Malevolence!
Double
Arcane
demon fang!
In here! I'll be saving this one!
Double demon
Arctic are
fang!
coming through!
Stalagmite! Now you see what I can do!
Raging
Take
Cascade!
this! Let's tear him up!
Spread! Curse Malevolence!
Double hit
Arcane
dog!
Waterfall!
Eat dirt!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind!
Double demon fang!
Now!
Resonate with the earth! Double demon fang! Now I can let loose!
Dance in the wind! Air Thrust! Dance in the wind! Air Thrust!
Try harder!
Photon Dance in the wind!
Double demon fang!
In here!
You're mine!
I'll be saving this one!
You're mine!
All disasters made one! Come forth and heal its purity!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Scream, baby!
Double demon fang!
One more time!
Bloody
Photon Dance in
Try
the
harder!
wind!
My turn!
I can carve through
Double
walls!
demon hit!
No further! This one's looking all wrapped up!
Don't be complacent.
Time to let it
that
rip!
word?
Yes, I'm not an idiot!
Art expert coming through!
Eat dirt!
Now for something spectacular!
Double demon fang!
Air Thrust! Not on my watch!
Execution! Here I come! It's over! Double demon fang!
They're not playing around! I'll be
Kick
saving
this!
this one!
Try harder!
Another incantation brewing.
I can do it all day!
Can't move!
Air
I
Thrust!
couldn't make... Get in time.
Dance in the wind! Air Thrust!
With the earth!
Stalagmite!
Double demon fang!
Bathed in blood, rending you a bloody howling! Our art is being interrupted.
Better!
Heal!
Double demon fang!
One astral energy! Dance in the wind!
Reflect on thy
Seal!
Double demon fang!
Armor won't save you!
This one's all mine!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Air Thrust!
You picked the
Now.
wrong fight!
Light burst void!
Radiant Genesis!
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?